Hey Flosstube, it's Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. I'm back for an update video. Today is Sunday, March 12th. It's been a month, just about a month since my last video, but it's been a crazy few weeks around here. So I went to Nashville Needlework Market. Got to see a lot of great people. That was fun. It went really fast, but I still had a great time. Got everything home. So I fly to Nashville and fly back, and my biggest concern and the question I get the most is how do you get all the product back? Well, I fly, so I put it in a suitcase. Last year, Alicia and I went and bought a Rubbermaid trunk and packed everything in that and duct taped it and paid the overweight charge and all of that. This year I thought, before I left, and I actually have a set of suitcases that nest, so I did that. I nested all of them and just took a bare minimum of clothing that I needed in the smallest suitcase, and then checked that one bag, and then I could bring 3 bags back. So I only had to pay for one overweight bag this time. So that wasn't too bad. But it was a good trip. Lots of great items. I know it's kind of late in getting in here talking about it since there's been so many videos, but plus we all kind of knew what was coming before market with all the previews and everything. So I've been packing orders. I see this right here. This is my new favorite little thing. This is a label printer. I know it seems silly, but this has just been a game changer for me because we share a printer. My husband and I share a printer, and it's in the, if you go out this door, well, you can't see there's a door there, but if you go out this way, there's a door, and then there's a landing at the top of our stairs where we keep, it's an office space. And so when I print, I have to go out there and make sure the printer's set up, come in here and do stuff, go out there. So it's just, so I found this little guy, and that is like, game changer. I don't have to go in and out of the room, and they print immediately super fast. They stick onto the packages better, and they're cheaper in the long run. So I'm very excited about that. Let's see. I guess I will get into just, life updates will kind of be scattered amongst my discussion of my stitching because I've been stitching a lot. I haven't been finishing a lot, but I've been stitching a lot. And I've got some plans, and I've kind of changed my attitude towards projects too. So if you've been with me very long, you know that I go through these stages. So I guess I'll talk about some of my finishes. And I'm just going to lump everything together, cross stitch, wool applique, whatever. So first off, last video I talked about that I was making these little wool applique bowl fillers for St. Patrick's Day. So I finished those. Isn't that adorable? I kind of overstuffed it, but it's so cute. And then the little pot of gold, and then 2 shamrocks. They're so cute. So I have a week that I just got my St. Patrick's Day stuff out and decorated it. I don't have very many cross-stitch pieces finished. I mean, I'll show you. After this video, I'm going to spend time. I got to grade papers because, I have to do that, but then I'm going to finish some of these old finishes. This was from Oh Lucky Day from Brenda Gervais. I stitched that last year and still have not finished it as a pillow. This is the March monthly sampler from Country Cottage Needleworks, and I'm going to finish that as a mounted flat fold. And then a Lizzie Kate Luck. I think this was a little Luck. The series from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. It is, these are mini samplers. I've done almost all of them. They are so cute. And I found this. I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to display these on there. That'll be perfect. So, perfect. So I'm going to work on that. And then this is a little Luck by Threadwork Primitives. Stitched that last year. Never finished it as a pillow. And then I have these little shamrocks from Pineberry Lane. They are so adorable. And I just dropped the last one. And this. All of those are cute. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon, is work on finishing those projects, hopefully. All right, then I finished something else that's wool applique. I am part of the Farm Girl Dry Goods Patreon, and then I order pretty much anything Michelle tells me that I need to order. She doesn't tell me directly. I listen to her videos and I pretend like she's talking directly to me, and then I order whatever she says you should order. And she posted on her Patreon that she was doing kits for a Just Another Button Company pincushion kit. It is sitting right here. When you see it, you're going to you're going to see why I'm so excited. Well, I've worked on it yesterday while I was watching Flosstube, and it is a red velvet cake Valentine's pincushion, and it is so cute. Isn't that adorable? This is made out of cardboard. It's these little strips, and then the bottom is a piece of cardboard that's covered with felt, and then you just stuff it. The bottom is stuffed with the crushed walnut shells, and this is just with polyfill, and then you cut out little rings or little pieces to make the flour and the whipped cream. Oh, this is just adorable. So and the other thing that's funny, I was watching Rachel from Needle and Flax. She's doing a whole series on the First Ladies, and looking at this makes me think of George Washington and Martha Washington, because I listened to her while I was working on that. But the whole kit came from Farm Girl Dry Goods. I don't know if she has any more, but I know this was a kit through Just Another Button Company, so you can check that website as well. But isn't that is so adorable? Poor Sally. I've kept making her look at it. I've made Hobby look at it, and it just comes on this little pedestal. Oh, it's so adorable. Love that. So that's one of my other finishes. And then I have a few cross-stitch. Well, I have one cross-stitch finish to share with you. I have not FFO'd it. This is from the Sewing Club. I am stitching through this book this year. So I finished this one and showed that in a previous video. And that's towards the back of the book, but I decided to start at the front and work my way through. So I've worked on Rose Hips and Ivy. And I have finished the stitching. So here is the main part of the drum. Isn't that beautiful? And this is on the called for, which is 36 count Winter's Brew. Pretty much the called for flosses. Isn't that cute? And then you have to stitch a piece for the top, which I think is so pretty. So I just have to assemble that drum. Put that over here in my stack of things to finish, maybe today. So those are my finishes. I guess those are my finishes. I feel like I've done something else. What did I work on yesterday? Oh, you can see it right there. It's just a little Teresa's Primitive. It was super fast. It's a little chicken amongst some sunflowers. I won't make you suffer through yet another wool applique piece. But so those are my finishes. Now I will talk about my whips. So you may hear some barking. That is not my dog. That is our neighbor's dog, and he is a little bitty cute puppy, but he barks. We call him Sir Barks a lot because he barks a lot. So sorry, can't control the neighbor's kids, the neighbor's dogs. So my whips. I have been stitching on lots of different projects, some of them more so than others. Of course, there are some that I just like better. And I've stitched every day this year but one, and that was the Saturday. Yeah, the Saturday of market. I did not have a chance. I was so tired by the end of the day. I did not sit down and do any cross stitching. But I'm going to show you first the ones that I don't work on every day, and then I'll show you the ones that are more my favorites, I guess. The first one is a piece that I'm doing with the Sampler Guild of the Rockies. Each year you select a piece that you want to have finished by September. It is a group that the committee puts together, and you select from that. And I selected Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas. It is charted for over-dyed cottons, but I did a conversion to silks because I love Jeanette Douglas's stuff. She usually charts things in silk, and I'm like, I want to do silk, so that's what I did. I'm stitching it on a piece of 36 count, and this is a linen that I got from Michelle Rudy, Farm Girl Dry Goods, through the Patreon. So I finished the top band, and I think the colors are beautiful. They're a little more subtle than the charted, but they are so cute. And I'll just work the border as I do each band, work it down the sides. But can you see that? It's so pretty. It's a nice one. Its focus is stitching, so matter in hand, but it's all these different sewing things, including, look at that floss of DMC on the third row. It looks like real. I love Jeanette Douglas's stuff. She's going to be doing a workshop with the Sampler Guild of the Rockies later this month, and I'm going to it. I'm so excited. All right, my second is my snow project. It is from this book, Santa Remembered, from Leisure Arts. I am stitching the Evergreen Ever Giving. So, and I am more than halfway done. We've had quite a bit of snow apparently in Colorado this year. I have had, I guess, maybe 3 snow days since my last video. And we're supposed to have snow on Thursday, which is the last day of class before spring break. Our spring break is later than everybody else's. We're exhausted. I'm so ready for spring break. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But here's my progress so far. And you can see I am more than halfway done. I'm into some of the difficult part, though, because there's a lot of color changing when you get to this tree. But maybe before the end of the snow season, you know, we will get, last year we got snow into May, so I think I'll get this one done this year, or at least before the summer. And then my third project is the temperature butterflies. This is from Stitchin' Mommy. I kind of got behind because I didn't have a video. You guys keep me on task, and since I didn't do a video as regularly as I wanted, I got behind, but I've caught up now. So the way I'm doing this is the first Sunday of the month, I will stitch the outline for the next butterfly. So I have January completed, February completed, March is up to date, and I have my April outline done. That way I have no excuse but to work on that. And you can see we're starting to get into some warmer temperatures, even though it's still cold. Look at that poor February. He was all over the place. Still cold, but not super cold. And finally, this light yellow right there, 64 degrees. So I'm stitching that on 32 count antique white, I believe. So that's as white as it will be. Okay, and then I have 3 rows of butterflies, but this is fun. I'm really enjoying this one. So Stitchin' Mommy has an Etsy site. That's where I get the chart. That's where I got the chart. That makes a lot of noise, sorry. Okay, now my other projects. I am on a Blackbird design kick. So I am a member of the Homestead Needle Arts or Samplers on Facebook, where you can do the exclusives. And this year, our first exclusive was from Quilter Station. No, this wasn't through them. This was just through Quilter Station. So Quilter Station, the Join Hand in Hand. This is a needle, what do they call it? A scissor pocket from Blackbird Design. This is actually in the new Blackbird Design United We Stand book. So you get 2 of the exclusives, maybe even 3 of the former exclusives, including this one. But I got this through Quilter Station. Came with everything you need. And I'm stitching this on, I think this is Wren. So here is my progress. I work on this like 25 minutes a day. But it's pretty. Can't wait to get that done. It's 32 count. Is that right? It's 32 count Wren. No, it says 36 count Wren. 36 count Wren, and it is Weeks Dye Works flosses. Okay. And then next up is my 25/7 piece that I've been working on for a long time. This is Peace, Love, and Purpose from Plum Street. I started this last year on Memorial Day with the Striped Rose, Michelle at the Striped Rose, and I did not get very much work done on it. And then this year I decided in January this would be my 25/7. I have stitched all of the house. I just have this part to do. And it actually will go pretty quickly, so I'm hoping that I will have this done by the end of next week, like by the 20th. No, by the 17th. So this is stitched on a piece of 36 count. I don't know what it is, but I love the way it looks on this linen. It looks very faded. So, and I just love that. My favorite part is this right here. So I just have to add the rest, 2 more flowers and the background. George and Martha, 1776, and this little garland, and then Peace, Love, and Purpose at the bottom. So not a lot, but it's cute. So that's my other 25/7. And then I feel like I should have one more thing, but I don't. I've been kidding things is my problem. And my last piece goes back to the Sewing Club book. I am working on the next in the projects, which is In My Garden. It's another pin drum. And this is stitched on 28 count Cocoa Gingham from Weeks Dye Works. And the colors are very bright compared to this. I like it, but I may dunk the whole thing in some coffee when I'm finished to subdue some of these colors. So this is my progress. Oh, it doesn't look quite as bad. Well, not bad. I'm quite as bright. But I ran out of tarragon, which is this dark green, when I was on my trip, so I didn't get as much of this stitched as I'd hoped. But I really just have this part right here, the flower and the large bird, a crown, a little bird, and then a crown over here. So not much left. I love stitching on gingham though. So that is my progress on that project. And that's my whips. I was recording. I talked for like 10 minutes, not realizing that I wasn't recording. So let me show you what my plans are for new starts. Well, first of all, I did start something new and I forgot to show it to you. This just came in. This is part of the Scattered Seed Sampler. She does a kit club each year, and this is the first one for 2023. I absolutely love it. That bird is so pretty. And she charts for DMC almost always. And this is on a piece of 36 count vintage country mocha. So I got this on Friday and I started it yesterday. And that's how much progress I have done. And that's just in like an hour. I mean, it stitches really, really fast. So pretty. So that's one piece that I forgot to show you in my whips. And then my other plan is to move on through the Sewing Club book. So the next one is the My Home Scissor Box. And this is stitched on, the model is stitched on 28 count Lugana in Velt by Picture This Plus, which I don't have that. It's hard to find. But while I was at market, I picked up a lot of fabric from Fiber on a Whim. I have this whole thing and then another stack of those same bins full of fabric. And one of the new fabrics from Fiber on a Whim was a fabric called Dune, and I think it looks a lot like Velt. And this is a piece of 28 count Dunes that I'm going to use for that My Home scissor box. I think it's really pretty, and I love Fiber on a Whim's fabric. So that's one of my planned starts. And the other one is Brenda Gervais. Her releases came in. So I have mailed out several of them. Brenda Gervais is my absolute favorite designer. So I keep one copy of every one of her charts. And my plan is to start this one this afternoon. Spring Awakens. I love bunnies, rabbits. If you watch my video, I talk about it all the time. And I am stitching this on 40 count. I'm just using a scrap from my stash. It calls for 40 count vintage country mocha. This is probably mushroom. And it actually calls for a lot of DMCs. And then my other planned start, which I may wait until the 21st, the first day of spring, is the Robins Are Here. I'm going to stitch it on that same fabric. Isn't that adorable? She is an amazing designer. And I cannot wait to start these. Like I said, I'm starting one of those this afternoon. We have a guild meeting that starts in an hour, but it's a stash sale. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, I really do not need to go to that because I have more than enough stash. So those are my plans. Let me put these away, and then I will talk about some of my favorite things from Market. All right, so Market was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I hung out with Teresa, who she didn't have a booth this time. She was just shopping. So we spent a lot of time. We were able to talk, and we would go and shop and then come back and post things on our websites. Go and talk, come back and post things on our website. So that was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of great things at Market. So first of all, not all of the designers were at Market this year. Teresa did not have a booth. Brenda Gervais did not show up, even though, or I shouldn't say show up. Brenda Gervais was not there, even though she had some great releases over the past week. Scarlet House was not there, but there were some exciting things at Market. Blackbird Design was not there in person, but Hoffman handled their releases. They had 2 new releases. One was the Birds of a Feather re-release. I've stitched that one. I tried to show you. I was doing a clip earlier trying to show you, and it was a big mess. But Birds of a Feather is one. And the other one is this United We Stand, which this is a new book. It's not a re-released book, but these are old exclusives or shop kits. So, for example, this is the one I'm working on that I got from Quilter Station. This was released in that Homestead Needle Art Sampler group on Facebook, and that's what I was most excited. I have been wanting to stitch this since I saw it on Facebook. And there's a third one as well. So there's 3 different charts in this book. So I love that. That was exciting. One of my favorite booths I went into was Annie B. She is super sweet. So I got to talk to her for a little bit. She gave us a fan, which is really cute, with her logo. And then she gave me some of her, what am I trying to say? Thread drops. So that was very sweet. And what is on there is an absolutely lovely chart. And I love, it's a beautiful piece to begin with, but knowing the story just makes it even better. It is called Channing Street. It is a memorial type sampler for her husband, and it is to kind of commemorate their 30 years living on Channing Street. And the lawn, all of those animals are their pets. That is such a great idea. So I just love this. It's so pretty. So that's in my stash now. She also has a new set of the pears, blue work pears, which I think are beautiful. I actually just watched Vanna's video yesterday on how to finish pears. And I'm like, I'm going to make some pears now. But that's another one that I wanted and kept from Market. The other one that was to me just a standout was Heartstrings Samplery French Flea Market Biscornu. Isn't that just delicate and beautiful? I mean, she does a fabulous job on these Biscornus. She has one called Flanders Fields that's red flowers, the poppies. These are just beautiful. So that was my favorite from Heartstrings Samplery. And then I actually got into Shepherd's Bush and got some of their kits, which is always a difficult thing. I love these little bags. So this was their new bag. It comes with everything, including the little bag that you need. So I will be stitching that up for the summer. And then my other favorites all came from Stacy Nash. And I have sold out of a lot of these, but I've reordered some. So my favorite, well, I'll wait and show you my favorite. This was the exclusive, and I'm actually out of these. So I'll walk through the garden so you can check with other shops that were at Market for this. It's a little stack of pillows. So that was really cute. And then this one, this was really cute. So it is this velvet tangerine needle book. So you get some velvet and use it to make the needle book, but you stitch a little slice of orange for the inside. And I picked up some hand-dyed velvet from Dames of the Needle that I think is going to work. I may have to change the color of the floss to match it, but I thought that was really cool. And then my absolute, hands down, favorite chart from Market was the Big Blue House Pin Keep Drum from Stacy Nash. I love the colors. I love the way that is finished, and I love the bunting at the top. And then the side is also stitched. So that's going to be, I think I'm going to start these in June for patriotic stitching. So I was really excited about all of that. I got to spend time with lots of different people. I got to see Katrina. I love Katrina. It was so good to see her. She looks good. And it was just super sweet. She was busy, but we got to spend some time on Sunday before I left for the airport. We spent some time with Michelle and Lisa. So Michelle Rudy from Farm Girl Dry Goods and Lisa Smith from Kindred Stitcher. Those are two of my absolute favorite people. They're super sweet. Just great people. So that was fun. Got to see Bendy Stitchy. I got to see Top Knot Stitcher in the elevator. I saw Gary a lot. We kept following each other around. I saw Ronnie too. Let's see who else. I saw Christine from Hollis Hands Create. She's so sweet. Priscilla and Chelsea. I get to see Priscilla and Chelsea. They're so fun, and their stuff is so adorable. Their room was great. Two Tall Stitchers. I saw them coming out of the elevator, and I was like, I love your videos. So I was a little bit of a fangirl. Let's see, who else? You know, all the designers. That was fun to see what they were doing. And then Flosstubers. Of course, Helen D. I love Helen. She's super sweet. You can tell that she is a caring person. She just, in her videos, she is a person that loves to help or serve others. She's got a great heart. So enjoyed talking to her. Saw Penny at the Daily Stitcher. Oh man, I saw everybody. Normally I see Steph a lot in the Market, but I only saw her like once on the elevator, and she was like, "Gotta go." So she was very busy. Saw Barbara from, I lost the name, Keepsakes. But yeah, I saw a lot of people. We ate some really good food. We went to Carrabba's twice, and just had a good time. It was a good market. It was a quiet market, but looking forward to the next one. So Okay, so wrap up. I just want to announce the winners of my giveaway from my last video. Last video, I gave away the Song of Spring kit from Lizzie Kate. I always think I'm holding it upside down, but I'm not. That goes to Gwen K. And then the chart for Let There Be Peace, that goes to Jane Houston. So if you will email me, I will get your address and mail that to you as soon as possible. I still have one person that did not email me, or I can't find the email for the Holiday Hoopla last video, and that's Carol Abear or Carol Herbert. If you just email me, I can get that chart to you. Everybody else, I think I got it all mailed out last week, so that was great. I just want to say thank you to everyone that comes and watches my videos and comments and just always super supportive. Thank you so much. I hope you have a nice spring break if you are having spring break this week. And I hope the weather is improving for people. I know it's been kind of crazy in lots of different areas. So I will hopefully record in a couple of weeks and have some more finishes to share with you instead of just a lot of crazy stars. Have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.